All right, good evening. Welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. After an afternoon and early evening of football, we now turn to baseball. We resume our World Series. It's Game 2 of the World Series between the Boston Red Sox and the LA Dodgers. Boston leads the series 1-0 in this best of 7. The Red Sox have yet to lose a playoff game this season. They swept the A's in 3 games in that best of 5, and then they swept the Indians 4-0 in that best of 7. And then they won Game 1 of the World Series. So the Red Sox are 8-0 here in the postseason. And games number 3, 4, and 5 will be in Boston. Here's what we're going to do the rest of the way this week. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern, we will have a football game. It'll be New Orleans at Washington. And then we'll have Game 3 of the World Series. And then on Wednesday, we'll have Chicago at Detroit football. And then we'll have Game 4 of the World Series. We'll try to get the World Series wrapped up this week. And if Boston can sweep again, then this series would be over by Wednesday night. But I think the Dodgers have a lot to say about that. As you look at the brackets here, let's just go over, since it's been a couple of days. The Red Sox had a first-round bye as the American League East Division champion. They were the number 2 seed. They knocked off the Oakland A's 3-0 in the ALDS. And then Cleveland, the Indians, they had the best record in the league. They finished with 112 wins, Cleveland. And yet the Red Sox swept them 4-0 to advance to the World Series. Over on the National League side, the Dodgers, they're the number 1 seed in the National League. They had a first-round bye. They swept the Marlins 3-0. But then the Braves took them 7 games, and the Dodgers beat them 4-3. And now Boston winning Game 1. The Dodgers trail the World Series 1-0. So that's where we are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And let's head out to Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles for this one. Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. Your lineups, here we go. Jammin' Sports presents Game 2 of the World Series. Live from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, where there's light rain pouring down. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Red Sox took Game 1, 5-2. They lead this best of 7, 1-0. Game 2 of the World Series up next here at Jammin' Sports. And we go to the top of the first inning. Oral Hershiser, the starting pitcher for the Dodgers here tonight. I almost said quarterback. That's how many football games I've done today. We finally resume our World Series after about 10 days. We just didn't have time to get around to it. Second baseman Dustin Pedroia will lead things off for the Red Sox here in the top of the first. Welcome on in. Want to welcome Gavin in. Here's the pitch. Popped up, out of play, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Just underway, live from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Pedroia, the second baseman, at the plate. The pitch by Hershiser. That's ripped into right field, but Mookie Betts tracks it down for the out. You're welcome there, Gavin. There's the starting lineup for the Red Sox. Ted Williams will be up next, the left fielder. Yep, let's have a good stream. Absolutely. Sit back and enjoy esports here at Jammin' Sports. Ted Williams, the left fielder, comes up. This is our 5th Major League Baseball sim season. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 1, count goes to 1-0. The first 2 sim seasons, the Baltimore Orioles, they won back-to-back championships. Sim season number 3, the Cubs won over the A's. Sim season 4 last season, the Mariners won. Fouled it off. The Mariners didn't even make the postseason this time. The count's 1-1 to Ted Williams. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch by Hershiser. And that's right up the gut, a base hit. A 1-out single for Williams here in the top of the first. The Red Sox get a runner aboard.
The first base is number 3, Jimmy.
Who says it doesn't rain in Southern California? It does every now and then. Next up for the Red Sox, the first baseman, Jimmy Fox, facing Hershiser. Here's the pitch. And that's ripped into right field, the base hit. Williams will go down to second. Mookie Betts will throw it in. Back-to-back singles for the Red Sox.
The designated hitter, David.
I have MLB the 24. I do have a copy of it. However, I started this season with 23, so I want to end it with 23. And then the next season I'll use 24. David Ortiz up next. He's the DH. He went around, strike 1, 0-1. 1 out, runners at first and second. Williams at second base, taking a lead. 0-1 pitch to Ortiz, in there for a strike, 0-2. Oh, I'll take it. The 0-2 pitch struck him out for out number 2. Two down for the Red Sox here in the top of the first inning. Ortiz gets mowed down by Hershiser. It was a nasty curve on the previous pitch, you're right. Manny Ramirez up next. He's the right fielder. 2 outs, runner on first and second. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch by Hershiser. In there for a strike, 1-1. Boston leads the series 1-0. And that's a base hit past Robinson. Williams is going to score, and the Red Sox are going to take a 1-0 lead as Ramirez ends up on second base with a 2-out double. Right over Jackie Robinson at second base. They'll score that a base hit, I'm sure. They do. And now Nomar Garcia-Pera, the shortstop, comes up. The Red Sox quickly up 1-0. Inside, 1-0. 2 outs with runners at second and third. Has Evil Dead shown up yet? I don't see him yet. I got Gavin here. That's cool. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at second and third. A ground ball, anything, will score a run. A base hit would score 2 runs, probably. The pitch, outside, 2-2 to Garcia-Pera. A walk will load the bases. Pops it up. Gil Hodges at first gets under it and makes the final out. Boston, they score a run off Manny Ramirez's RBI single, and they take a 1-0 lead here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Curt Schilling on the mound for the Red Sox here in Game 2. We go to the bottom of the first. Red Sox score a run on the top of the first to take a 1-0 lead. Boston a perfect 8-0 in postseason play so far. They've not lost this postseason, which is amazing. Jackie Robinson, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Dodgers. Robinson, one of my all-time favorite players. Robinson will step up to face Schilling. He lays a bunt down the third base line, but it goes foul. Count goes to 0-1. Next one in there for a strike, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Robinson. And now the 0-2 pitch by Schilling. Popped up. Johnny Damon running in from center field and makes the play for out number 1. One down for the Dodgers. There's their lineup tonight. Next up, the shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Schilling on the mound, facing Reese with 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. And that's ripped into left field, and Williams goes back and makes the play for out number 2. And now, with 2 outs, bases empty, Mike Piazza will come up next. The pitch by Schilling. Outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the pitch by Schilling. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1 to Piazza. Game 2 of the World Series here in Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. We have a light rain falling. Games 3, 4, and 5 are back in Boston. Here's the 1-1. Did he go around? No. Count goes to 2-1 to Piazza. The 2-1 in there for a strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And Schilling looks in. The 2-2. Popped it up. Third baseman running in. That's Devers. And he makes the play. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 1 complete, Boston leads it 1-0 here in Game 2 of the World Series. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second. Rafael Devers, the third baseman, will lead things off for Boston. Facing Oral Hershiser. Jimmy Jam with Gavin in the house. The pitch by Devers, or to Devers, in there for a strike. There's your defensive alignment for the Dodgers. Hodges, Robinson, Reese, and Guerrero at third base. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. We're in the top of the second. Boston leads it 1-0. And now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two-one pitch to Devers. He went around, strike 2. That'll even the count at 2-2. As you might expect, a sellout crowd at Dodger Stadium. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Dodgers trying to tie the series up. Boston trying to take a 2-0 lead in the series. 2-2 pitch. Inside. Full count, 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. One down for the Red Sox here in the top of the second. Caught him looking. And now Johnny Damon, the center fielder, will come up. The pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. It was nice. I tell you what, the game one was a pitching duel. This may turn into a pitching duel. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside pitch, he swung on it and struck out. 2 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the second. Who are you rooting for, Gavin? I'm rooting for the Dodgers, even though they're down 1-0 in the series. Carlton Fisk, the catcher, comes up. The first pitch is a strike. Count goes to 0-1. I'm rooting for the Dodgers in the series. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2 to Fisk. 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the top of the second. And now the pitch by Hershiser. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Popped up. Mookie Betts in right field gets under it and makes the final out. At the end of 1.5, the Red Sox lead at 1-0 here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off, the center fielder for the Dodgers, Duke Snider. He'll be facing Curt Schilling. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. The pitch by Schilling. Up high. Count goes to 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike one. Count goes to 1-1. Jimmy Jam with Gavin in the house. Bring you the game here tonight. Here's the 1-1. He went around. Strike two. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch up high, 2-2. All the previous baseball and football and soccer and all the other games we do are archived on YouTube. Just look up Jammin' Sports on YouTube. We archive all our games there. Struck him out, looking for out number 1. One down for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the second. That was a wicked pitch by Schilling on the inside. Caught the corner. And now the third baseman, Pedro Guerrero, comes up to face Curt Schilling. Just inside. Counts at 1-0. All 5 games we did today with football already posted on YouTube. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 to Guerrero. He's swinging on everything. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, ball 2. Evens the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swung. He has to throw down to first. He dropped the ball. And they get him out. Guerrero strikes out for out number 2. And now next up for the Dodgers will be the DH, Eddie Murray. 2 outs, bases empty. In their first strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the second, Red Sox up 1-0. Schilling looks in. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Schilling's on fire. In fuego. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-2 pitch. Did he go around?
There you go.
Yes, he did. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. At the end of 2 complete, the Red Sox lead it 1-0. We go to the 3rd World Series Game 2 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 3rd. We go to the top of the order for the Red Sox. Dustin Pedroia, the second baseman, will lead things off. Facing Oral Hershiser. And the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2.
is the count.
Gavin's got the Dodgers too. Good job. And now the 0-2. Ripped high in the air. And it looks like the center fielder will come over. That's Duke Snyder, and makes the play for the out. 1 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the 3rd. And now the left fielder, Ted Williams, will come up. Mr. 400. The pitch by Hershiser. Inside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Game 2 of the World Series. Two-0 pitch.
Nope.
Down low, 3-0.
3 balls, no.
Williams with a 3-0 count. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the pitch by Hershiser.
That's ball 4.
Ball 4 on 4 pitches. Williams is on first base with 1 out. Here in the top of the 3rd. And now the first baseman, Jimmy Fox, will come up. Pitch by Hershiser. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Up high. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first base. And now the 1-1 pitch. Ripped into left field. A base hit. And Williams moves down to second. And the Red Sox once again have runners at first and second with just 1 out. Jimmy Fox at first, Ted Williams at second. And now the DH, David Ortiz, will come up. The pitch. It's a ball outside, 1-0. This Red Sox lineup is loaded. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. A walk below the bases. Hershiser struggling here in the 3rd inning. In the top of the 3rd. The count's 2-0 to Ortiz. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. He's thrown 7 straight balls. He's about ready to load the bases. And now the 3-0 pitch to Ortiz. Ripped high in the air. Can't believe he swung on a 3-0 pitch. But it's worth it. It's a home run. A 3-run shot by David Ortiz. And the Red Sox go up 4-0. Over the center field fence. Let's watch this one again. He got a hold of this one. Into the night. And the Red Sox lead it 4-0. Here in the top of the 3rd. It was a horrible pitch. You're right. I was just about to say that. Manny Ramirez, the right fielder, comes up next. The first pitch is the ball. Hershiser is really struggling now. He's given up 4 runs. He has yet to throw a strike in the last 8 pitches. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases empty. Manny Ramirez at the plate. And now the 1-1.
Ball.
Down low, 2-1. Our next baseball sim season, we will use 24. Here's the 2-1.
That's ball 3.
Did he go around? No, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-2.
3-2.
3-2 pitch. A ground ball, but foul down the third base line. Count is full to Manny Ramirez with 1 out, bases empty. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. He walked another one. If I was the manager for the Dodgers, I'd be pulling Hershiser. Second baseman Nomar Garcia-Pera up next. 1 out, runner on first. The pitch. And there goes the runner down to second. And they get him easy. Oh, they call him safe. Are you kidding me? The ball got there way ahead of time. But they say Ramirez is safe. Let's watch this again. Oh, that's a blown call right there. And now the Red Sox with the runner on second with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch to Garcia-Pera. Ball 2. Count goes to 2-0. They need to pull Hershiser. He's really struggling. And now the 2-0 pitch. Way inside. 3-0. We're in the top of the third. The Red Sox have already scored 3 on a 3-run shot by Ortiz. It was a horrible call. It really was. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that, Gavin. I mean, I called them out. I mean, it was obvious. The count's 3-1 to Garcia-Pera. 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Full count, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Popped it up, out of play. Count remains at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on second. That's Manny Ramirez at second. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Count remains at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on an inside pitch. Struck him out. 2 down for the Red Sox. And now the third baseman, Rafael Devers, will come up. 2 outs, runner on second base. The pitch, in there for a strike. That inside pitch, I don't know why he swung at that. Counts 0-1 to Devers. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Devers. It was a nasty pitch. That inside pitch crossed him up. 0-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Just a bit inside. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ramirez at second base. Devers at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. The pitch fouls it off, and the count remains at 2-2. Game 2 of the World Series. The Red Sox lead the series 1-0, and they lead it 4-0 here in the top of the third in Game 2. They struck him out. David Ortiz, a 3-run shot, and Boston takes a 4-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. Next up, Matt Kemp. He's the left fielder for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have yet to get a base hit. Schilling throwing a no-hitter. I know we're only in the third. Kemp takes a big swing. Strike one. Davis in the house. Good to see you, Davis. So I got my two moderators here, Davis and Gavin. Gavin, my newest moderator. Welcome to the club, Gavin. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Nope.
Up high, 1-1.
1-0.
Red Sox lead it 4-0. Here's the 1-1.
That's a ball.
Down low, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1 to Matt Kemp. 3-1 pitch by Schilling. In there for a strike. Full count, 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Up high, ball 4. And there goes the perfect game. They still have the no-hitter going on. As Matt Kemp gets a leadoff walk. And now the first baseman, Gil Hodges, will come up. Here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yep, that ball went.
Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Now Schilling looks to be having a little difficulty. The 2-0 pitch to Hodges. Outside, 3-0. Where have y'all been? We've been here on Twitch since 2020. I started doing this in February of 2020. Non-stop since. Count goes to 3-1. 3-1 pitch. It's a strike. Full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And the Dodgers now have runners at first and second with nobody out. A chance for Los Angeles to get back in this game. And now the right fielder, Mookie Betts, will come up. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Matt Kemp at second base there. You see him at the bottom of your screen. Here's the 0-1.
That's a ball.
It's a ball, 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, runners at first and second. A chance for the Dodgers to get back in this game. Here's the pitch. Betts pops it up. Ramirez in right field will make the play for out number 1. He quickly throws it in. Going for third. Kemp is safe. He took a chance but made it to third. And now Dodgers have runners at first and third with Jackie Robinson up, the second baseman. 1 out. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Dodger Stadium in the rain. Game 2 of the World Series. Schilling. The 0-1. And that's ripped foul down the first base line. Count to Robinson goes to 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. That's a ground ball to Pedroia. And they turn to the Red Sox to get the double play. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 3 complete. Boston leads it 4-0 here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th. Center fielder Johnny Damon will come up. Facing Oral Hershiser, who I'm shocked is still in the game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Kemp will throw it back in. A leadoff single for the Red Sox. Pull Hershiser. I'm telling you, pull him. The Red Sox are shellacking him. Carlton Fisk, the catcher, will come up next. Nobody out, runner on first. The pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. Games 3 and 4, and if necessary, 5 will be at Fenway. We'll have game 3 tomorrow night after a football game. Here's the 0-1, in there for a strike. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, it'll be the Saints and the Redskins, and that will be followed by game 3 of the World Series. Here's the 0-2. Broken bat. Hershiser plucks it out of the air.
Now batting, number 15.
As Fisk pops out to the pitcher. They throw to first, but Damon's back in time. And now the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia, comes up with 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch by Hershiser. They throw the first. Damon's back in time. Want to make sure he doesn't steal. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first. A double play would get the Dodgers out of the inning. Fouls it off. Down the first base line, out of play. Count goes to 1-2. They throw to first. Damon back in time. A 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Davis is on base, he says. All right. It's Damon, not Davis. It's Damon. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Red Sox. 6 strikeouts for Hershiser. 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And now the left fielder, Ted Williams, will come up. The last batter in Major League history to hit for 400 in a season. And that was back in the 40s. Here's the pitch. Ground ball down the first baseline, foul. Count goes to 0-1 to Williams. 2 outs, runner on first. That's Johnny Damon at first. They throw to first. Damon back in time. Williams at the plate with an 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Rips that one into right field. See ya! A 2-run blast by Ted Williams. Teddy Baseball with a 2-run shot. And the Red Sox lead it 6-0 here in game 2. Wow. We talked about it before. The Red Sox have yet to lose in the postseason. They're 8-0 in the postseason coming into this, trying to stay perfect. They swept the A's, they swept the Indians, and they're looking to sweep the Dodgers in the World Series. No doubt about that one. And that's it for Hershiser. I thought as much. They should have pulled him a long time ago. He got shellacked. He got nailed. Let's see who the Dodgers bring in now.
Your attention, please.
This will be Max Scherzer. I believe he's one of the current players. Obviously, there's all-stars mixed in with the rosters here. That's how he set up this season. I believe he's a current player. Max Scherzer facing Jimmy Fox in their first strike, 0-1. Nothing Boston here in the top of the 4th. Scherzer on the mound. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jimmy Fox. He fouls that one off. Count quickly, 0-2. Scherzer trying to get the final out here in the top of the fourth. 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Ball one is low. 1-2. Buehler warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. And now the count to Fox is at 1-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. So I got Sports Davis and Gavin in the house. I'm wondering where Evil Dead is. He usually doesn't miss a baseball game. And now the 2-2 pitch to Fox. Ripped foul down the line. Count remains at 2-2. I'll have Misty text Evil Dead, let him know that baseball is going on. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Full count to first baseman Jimmy Fox. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out to end the inning. However, the Red Sox, Ted Williams, a 2-run blast. And Boston takes a 6-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the fourth of Game 2 of the World Series here at Javits Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Shortstop Pee Wee Reese will lead things off for the Dodgers. Schilling still on the mound for the Red Sox. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
Boston well on their way to a 2-0 lead in the series. They lead at 6-0. Here's the 0-1.
Nope. That's
Inside, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch to Reese. And that's going to be foul down the first baseline. And the count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. That was a weird looking pitch. It's a ball, goes to 2-2. That had a high arc on it. And now the 2-2. A ground ball to Pedroia. He'll pick it up, throw to first for the out. Pee Wee Reese grounds out to second for out number 1. Justin Pedroia on the plate. And now the catcher, Mike Piazza, will come up with 1 out, bases empty. Boston up 6-0. The pitch by Schilling. Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch.
Nope.
Down low, 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Count 2-0 to Piazza. Two-0 pitch. Piazza rips it foul down the third base line. Count goes to 2-1. His last name looks like pizza. Just take the A out of there. Here's the 2-1. He pops that one up. Carlton Fisk, the catcher, will make the play for out number 2. Piazza pops out to the catcher for out number 2. 2 down for the Dodgers. Duke Snider, the center fielder, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Game 3 tomorrow night after football,
Ball.
Down low inside, 1-0. We'll have the Saints and the Redskins at 8 o'clock Eastern. And that'll be followed by Game 3 of the World Series. Up high, 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
2-0 pitch.
Ball 3.
Down low, 3-0. Guerrero on deck for the Dodgers, the third baseman. The count's 3-0 to Duke Snider. With 2 outs, bases empty. The 3-0 pitch. Up high, ball 4. There'll be a 2-out walk for Snider. And now the third baseman, Pedro Guerrero, will come up. 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch by Schilling. In the dirt, 1-0. Dodgers got to get back in this game. Here's the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Duke Snyder at first base, Guerrero at the plate with a 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch. Rips it out into left field, the base hit. A 2-out single for Guerrero. And now the Dodgers have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And now the DH, Eddie Murray, will come up. Duke Snyder at second. Pedro Guerrero at first. Eddie Murray at the plate with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Murray back at the plate. Schilling, his 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count quickly, 0-2 to Eddie Murray. Schilling trying to retire the side without giving up a run. And now the 0-2. Outside, did he go around? No. 1-2 to Murray. One-two pitch. Popped it up, out of play. Count remains at 1-2. And now the 1-2. Struck him out looking. At the end of 4 complete, the Red Sox lead it 6-0 over the Dodgers here in Game 2 of the World Series on Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 5th. The DH, David Ortiz, will lead things off for the Red Sox. He had a 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning, the last time he came up. Max Scherzer on the mound. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1. Pops that one out. The count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. We've had steady rain throughout. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Full count to Ortiz. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. A long at bat for David Ortiz. 3-2 pitch. Popped it up. In center field, Duke Snyder makes the play for out number 1. 1 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the 5th. Next up, the right fielder, Manny Ramirez. 1 out, bases empty. And now the pitch. Up high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. Two one pitch. Outside, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Crowd getting restless here. And now the 3-1 pitch to Ramirez. Up high, ball 4. It'll be a 1-out walk. Runner on first for the Red Sox here in the top of the 5th. And the shortstop, Nomar Garcia-Pera, comes up next. Scherzer on the mound. in there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And now the 0-1 pitch. No, they throw to first.
He's safe.
And Ramirez is in there, in time, back in time. Count remains at 0-1 to Garcia-Pera. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ripped it foul, 0-2. Red Sox lead it 6-0 here in the top of the fifth, game 2 of the World Series. They lead the series 1-0. 0-2 the count to Garcia-Pera. Struck him out. 2 down.
The third baseman.
2 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the fifth. Third baseman Rafael Devers will come up. Manny Ramirez at first base with 2 outs. Scherzer on the mound. They throw to first. Ramirez is back in time. And now the pitch to Devers. Outside, 1-0.
No strike.
Red Sox won game 1, 5-2. They lead game 2 here, 6-0. Here's the 1-0. Popped up, out of play, down the third base line. And the count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ramirez at first base. Here's the pitch. Right up the gut. But Reese manages to slap it down. He's safe. Nice play by Reese to grab the ball, but his throw to first was off. And Devers is safe. They'll probably call this an error on Pee Wee Reese. He should have just threw to second to get the force out. I don't know why he didn't flip it to second. They're going to call that an error, I believe. Now Johnny Damon comes up, the center fielder, with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. The first pitch is the ball. The count goes to 1-0. The inning should be over. I don't know why he didn't flip to second. The 1-0 pitch to Damon. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. He went around, 1-2. Scherzer trying to end the inning without giving up any more runs. A base hit would score at least 1. And now the 1-2 pitch.
That's ball.
Up high, 2-2. A walk below the bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Ramirez taking a pretty good lead at second base. And now the 2-2 pitch to Damon. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Scherzer, the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls that one off. Count remains at 2-2. That would have been a ball. He should have let it go. Count remains at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. A ground ball. It's fair down the third base line. Ramirez is going to score from second base. 7-0 Red Sox. A 2-out single by Johnny Damon with an RBI. And the Red Sox take a 7-0 lead. A seeing eye single down the third base line. And now the catcher, Carlton Fisk, will come up. So Damon's at first. Devers is at second. The pitch is inside. Well, it's on the corner. 0-1. It's a strike. Carlton Fisk, the catcher, comes up. Still 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Red Sox just battering the Dodgers here today. Here's the 0-1.
Ball.
Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike two.
2 strikes.
And the count's at 1-2. Devers taking a big lead at second. 1-2 pitch. And that's ripped into center field. Devers is going to score from second. It's going to be 8-0 Boston. And Damon will hold up at second base. An RBI single for Carlton Fisk. Back-to-back RBI singles for the Red Sox. And they take an 8-0 lead here in the top of the fifth. And now we go to the top of the order. Dustin Pedroia, the second baseman, comes up. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Boston, 8-0 in the top of the fifth here in game two. And now the 0-1 pitch.
That's a ball.
Inside, 1-1. Boston could be heading home up 2-0 in the series. And now the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. It's been a long fifth inning for Scherzer. He's thrown a lot of pitches. 2 outs, runners at first and second. The count's 2-1 to Pedroia. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Duke Snyder out in center field. Will get under it and make the play for the out. At the end of 4.5, Boston with back-to-back RBI singles take an 8-0 lead on the Dodgers here in Game 2 of the World Series at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Left fielder Matt Kemp will lead things off for the Dodgers. Dodgers have a hole to climb out of. They're down 8-0. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Kurt Schilling still on the mound. In there for a strike, and why not? Schilling so far has shut out the Dodgers. Here's the 0-1 to Kemp. He went around 0-2. The Dodgers may start pressing now. And now the 0-2. Down low, 1-2. Counts 1-2 to Kemp. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking. One down for the Dodgers. Here in the bottom of the fifth. First baseman Gil Hodges will come up. Facing Kurt Schilling. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Schilling is on fire, man. Pitching a great game. Here's the 0-1. Just a little high, 1-1.
1-1.
One out, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch to Hodges. Popped it up. Who wants to make the play? Damon comes in from center field. Makes a basket catch for out number 2. Nice catch by Damon. And now the right fielder, Mookie Betts, will come up with 2 outs, bases empty. Boston up 8-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. Facing Kurt Schilling. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 0-2 pitch.
Off the plate.
Outside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch to Betts. Outside, 2-2.
2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. A ground ball, but foul down the third base line. Count remains at 3-2 to Mookie Betts. 3-2 pitch. Popped him up. Ted Williams in left field will come in. and make the play for the final out. At the end of 5 complete, Boston leads at 8-0 over the Dodgers. Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. Left fielder Ted Williams will lead things off for the Red Sox. Red Sox trying to take a 2-0 lead in the series back to Boston. Max Scherzer still on the mound for the Dodgers. The pitch by Scherzer. In their first strike, 0-1. Williams having a monster postseason. He hit a home run the last time he came up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 to Williams. Visea and Gonsolin warming up with the bullpen for the Dodgers. The count's 0-2 to Williams. And now the 0-2 pitch. A ground ball to Robinson. He'll pick it up, throw to first for the out. So Williams grounds out to second as Jackie Robinson makes the play. 1 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Jimmy Fox, will come up. And now the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. One out, bases empty. The count's 0-1 to Fox. The pitch by Scherzer. In their first strike. Count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. Caught him flat-footed. Oh, wicked pitch. Right on the corner. And now David Ortiz, the DH, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. Down low, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A ground ball to Guerrero. At third, he'll throw to first for the out. At the end of 5.5, the Red Sox lead at 8-0 here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the top of the order for the Dodgers. Jackie Robinson, the second baseman, will lead things off, facing Curt Schilling. Robinson, ground ball to Devers at third, and he easily throws him out. Robinson grounds out to third for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the shortstop, P.B. Reese, will come up. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch inside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. He went around. They'll even the count at 1-1.
Nope, that's the ball.
Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Reese with 1 out, bases empty. Two-one pitch. Up high, 3-1. Dodgers desperately trying to get back in this game. They're down 8-0. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Reese. Popped it up. Ramirez out in right field makes the play for out number 2.
Now the catcher, Mike Piazza.
And now the catcher comes up, Mike Piazza, with 2 outs, bases empty, here in the bottom of the 6th. Facing Kurt Schilling, here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. Schilling is just, my goodness, he's just on tonight. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. And now the 1-1. Fouls it off down the line. And the count goes to 1-2 to Piazza. One-two pitch. He went around, struck him out. At the end of 6 complete, the Red Sox lead it 8-0 here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Gemma Sports. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Right fielder Manny Ramirez will lead things off for Boston. Max Scherzer is still on the mound for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. Red Sox lead it 8-0. We're in the top of the 7th. The 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 1-2. One-two pitch. Up high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. And now the 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. We got a full count to Ramirez. Here in the top of the 7th. Red Sox lead it 8-0. 3-2 pitch. Ripped down the line, but foul. Count remains at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. 1 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the 7th. And now the shortstop, Nomar Garcia-Pera, will come up with 1 out, bases empty. Pitch in there for a strike. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 2 down for the Red Sox. Here in the top of the 7th. Well, that was right down the pike, and he knew it. He knows he should have swung on that one. Two down for the Red Sox here at the top of the 7th. And now the third baseman, Rafael Devers, will come up to face Scherzer. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. Red Sox lead it 8-0. Here in Game 2, they lead the series 1-0. Game 3 tomorrow night after football. Here's the 0-1. And that's foul down the line. Counts 0-2 now to Devers. And now the 0-2 pitch. Ripped it up high, foul down the line, out of play. Count remains at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Struck him out at the end of 6 1/2. The Red Sox lead at 8-0 here in Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the Dodger half of the 7th. Duke Snider, the center fielder, will lead things off. The Dodgers are still trailing 8-0. Kurt Schilling still on the mound for the Red Sox. He's pitching a shutout. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Game 3 tomorrow night, Game 4 on Wednesday. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And now the 0-2 pitch. Ripped, and it's going to be a base hit in the right center field. Ramirez tracks it down. And with a double, Duke Snider, a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 7th. The Dodgers trying to get back in this game, down 8-0. A well-hit baseball. And Snider stretches it into a double. Third baseman Pedro Guerrero comes up. Nobody out, runner on second. In there for a strike, 0-1. Schilling pitching a shutout so far. Trying to preserve that. But Snider at second base with nobody out. The 0-1 pitch.
Ball 1.
Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. Popped it up. And coming in, first baseman Jimmy Fox makes the play. One down for the Dodgers as Guerrero pops out to first.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Snider stays at second base. And now the DH for the Dodgers, Eddie Murray, will come up. One out, Snider at second. Pitch by Schilling. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped up. Out to Ted Williams and left. Going back. And Williams makes the play for out number 2. They keep Snider at second base. 2 down for the Dodgers now here in the bottom of the 7th. Left fielder Matt Kemp will come up. Dodgers, they're going to strand him on second if they don't do something. 2 outs now. And Schilling looks in. Here's the pitch. And Kemp pops that up to his counterpart in left field. Williams makes the play. And they strand the runner at second. 8-0 Red Sox. World Series Game 2 here at Jammin' Sports. Nice seats. We go to the top of the 8th. Boston up 8-0. Center fielder Johnny Damon will lead things off. Max Scherzer is still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. Red Sox up 8-0. That's not a typo. They had a huge early part of the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. The 2-0 pitch. Oh, nice sinker, but he missed it. 3-0. That one dipped. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Down low, ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for the Red Sox here in the top of the 8th. Johnny Damon at first base. And now the catcher, Carlton Fisk, will come up. Facing Max Scherzer. And the pitch. A ground ball to Guerrero. They'll turn 2. 1, 2. They get the double play. They sure are, Gavin. The Red Sox are cruising up 8-0.
Number 15.
The Dodgers just turned a double play. Now there's 2 outs, bases empty. And the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia, comes up. Here's the pitch. Popped it up. Robinson will come in at second and make the final out. At the end of 7 1/2, the Red Sox lead at 8-0. Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 8th. First baseman Gil Hodges will lead things off for the Dodgers. Kurt Schilling still pitching a shutout on the mound for the Red Sox. Schilling trying to go for the complete game win. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Houck and Martin warming up in the bullpen. The count to Hodges is 0-1. The pitch by Schilling. Inside, 1-1. Dodger Stadium, Los Angeles, Game 2 of the World Series. Boston tried to take a 2-0 lead in the series. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss by Hodges. Count goes to 1-2. He took a big cut. Counts at 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox lead at 8-0. Game 3 tomorrow night after football. We'll have the Saints and Redskins at 8 o'clock Eastern. And that'll be followed by Game 3 of the World Series. We'll be in Boston. We'll be at Fenway for that one. And now the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball down the third base line. Foul. Counts at 2-2 to Hodges. 2-2 pitch. Down low, 3-2. Full count. Three-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. 7 strikeouts for Schilling. 1 down for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th. Right fielder Mookie Betts will come up. The pitch to Betts. Pops it up out of play. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, base is empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. Schilling just pitching a masterpiece tonight. And now the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Betts will strike out for out number 2. 8 strikeouts for Schilling. And now we go to the top of the order. Second baseman, Jackie Robinson. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the pitch. Outside. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Popped it up. Ramirez out and right. It's going to drop for a base hit. It'll be a 2-out single for Robinson. Kind of a bloop single off the handle of his bat. Out into right field. So with 2 outs, the Dodgers have a runner on first. And now the shortstop, Pee Wee Reese, will come up. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Counts 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first. That's Robinson. Schilling trying to get out of the inning. The count's 1-1 to Reese. 1-1 pitch. Popped it up. Damon comes over and makes the play in center field for the final out. At the end of 8 complete, Red Sox lead it 8-0. Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 9th. Evan Phillips will come in to pitch for the Dodgers. Red Sox looking for some insurance runs, even though they're up 8-0. Ted Williams, the left fielder, will come up to lead things off. He had a home run earlier tonight. The pitch by Phillips, outside, 1-0. Williams, he's just having a monster postseason. And now the 1-0 pitch in their first strike on the outside corner, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Here in the top of the 9th, Red Sox lead it 8-0. And now the pitch by Phillips. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swung on an inside pitch, struck him out. 1 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the 9th. And now the first baseman, Jimmy Fox, will come up. The pitch. Fouls it off. The count goes to 0-1. 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the 9th. Red Sox up 8-0. Fox at the plate. Here's the 0-1. He rips it foul down the line. And the count goes to 0-2. (0-2) pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Jimmy Jam with Sports Davis and Gavin in the house, bringing you game 2. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. (0-2) pitch. Outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. We're in the top of the 9th. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Red Sox. And now the DH, David Ortiz, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. It's been a long day of sports for me today. In their first strike. We had 3 soccer games this morning, 5 football games this afternoon, and now game 2 of the World Series. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it off down the first base line. Count remains at 0-2. 0-2 pitch. And that's right to Guerrero. He lines out for the final out. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox lead at 8-0. Game 2 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. Well, for the Dodgers, they have to score 8 to tie, 9 to win. And the catcher, Mike Piazza, will lead things off. They have their work cut out for them here. Schilling tried to get the complete game. Shutout. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Red Sox 3 outs away from taking a 2-0 lead in the series. Here's the 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Game 3 tomorrow night after football. Football will be at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. Here's the pitch. inside 3-0. It'll be the Saints and the Redskins, and that'll be followed by Game 3 of the World Series. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, here at Jammin' Sports. And now the 3-0 pitch. In their first strike, 3-1. The Dodgers need 8 to extend the game. 9 to win. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk. So Piazza gets aboard. Schilling trying to get the shutout complete win. Duke Snyder, the center fielder, will come up next. With nobody out, Piazza at first. The pitch by Schilling. In their first strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Piazza at first base. Here's the 1-1. Ripped it foul down the line. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. That'll even the count at 2-2. Pops it up down the right field line, but it falls out of play. Count remains at 2-2 to Snyder. We're seeing some empty seats here at Dodger Stadium, with the Red Sox up 8-0. The count's 2-2 to Snyder. Outside, full count, 3-2. Excuse me. And with a full count, here's the pitch. Ball 4. And the Dodgers have runners at first and second with nobody out. And I think that's it for Schilling. He's not going to get his complete game. That's a shame. He was pitching so well. Let's see who the Red Sox bring in to wrap up the game with.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Tanner Houck will come in to pitch.
89. Tanner Houck.
Pronounced Houck. Tanner Houck. Nobody out. The Dodgers have runners at first and second. Down 8-0 here in the bottom of the ninth. Third baseman Pedro Guerrero comes up. Houck trying to retire the side. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Popped up. And that's going to drop. Williams will get to it, but that's going to score a run. Piazza's going to come home. It's 8-1. Pedro Guerrero with an RBI single, scoring Piazza from second base. And it's now 8-1 in favor of the Red Sox here in the bottom of the ninth. Still nobody out. DH Eddie Murray comes up. Duke Snyder now at second base. Guerrero at first. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike 1, 0-1. Still nobody out for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the ninth. 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a double play. Pedroia, they get the 2 outs. And that moves the runner down to third. An 8-6-3 double play started by Pedroia. And now Matt Kemp, the left fielder, will come up with 2 outs and a runner on third. Dodgers down to the last out here in game 2. The pitch by Houck. Popped up. Damon in center field makes the play, and that's ball game. Your final score, Boston 8, the Dodgers 1. The Red Sox take a 2-0 lead in the series. That's 9 consecutive wins for the Red Sox here in the postseason. They lead the World Series 2-0. Learn more about the show. Go online to theshow.com. Once again, your final score, Boston 8, the Dodgers 1, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead in the series. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, we'll have NFL football for you. It'll be the Saints and the Redskins, and that'll be followed by Game 3 of the World Series from Fenway Park in Boston. Until then, this is Jimmy Jam saying good night, everybody.